YouTube? How's it freaking going? It's Chris Fried Chico, and it's day number 10 of the Impetus Strength Program. Going hard, guys. Today's leg day, of course. We're gonna see what we can hit on the barbell squat. I am so excited. Honestly, it's so fucking awesome that we're at day 10. We are at a double-digit number. It's been crazy. We've been putting in that work, of course, and you know, the whole objective of this program, guys, is to get stronger. I'm gonna say it now because I won't want you guys to miss it. We are en route to hit 1,000 subscribers by April 1st, 2024. Can we do it, guys? I appreciate every single one of you guys. The time of this recording, we're at 640, guys. That is fucking awesome. I am so grateful for every single one of you guys. You guys are truly amazing, and I hope you guys have a blessed weekend because today is Friday. However, I need to say something, and I need to be real with you guys. It's time to start taking fucking accountability, okay? You guys need to focus on what you have control over. Okay? Because needless to say, y'all have control over your life. You have control over the decisions you make, and you have the control over the way you let things affect you. Whether it's someone speaking negatively to you, whether it's a red light and you're sitting there all pissy, or you're running late and the red light's fucking you over. You guys need to put yourself in the right mindset to understand that if you're fucking running late to something, it's because you decided to leave later than you should have. Okay? You guys gotta start taking accountability for everything you can and look at what you guys can improve on in every situation because, guys, you cannot sit around and blame other fucking factors, man. You have so much control over so many things, and we are already in an age where we have so many fucking advancements to succeed. We have the ability to type into our phone and get information on any subject we want. Any subject. There's courses for a multitude of things. If you just didn't know, your boy's taking a personal training course, so that knowledge of fitness is just going to continue to expand because knowledge is power. But back to the topic at hand. Guys, start using the tools that you have in your life the right way. Don't sit there and scroll on shorts looking at negative ass shit or keeping up with the Kardashians or whatever the case may be. Start focusing on how you can improve yourself and start learning what you can, because honestly, as much as you guys want to watch Kim Kardashian, it's probably a fucking waste of time. However, there is lessons to be learned in everything, you know, on the flip side, because I think Kim Kardashian's more on, you know, more of a female thing. I'm just saying so because my girlfriend watches it. Regardless, if you watch it as your guy, I don't really give a fuck. But on the male side, more so like sports and shit like that. I know guys are more into sports, and no different. It's a waste of fucking time unless you learn the lessons you can learn in it, which is inspiration. If you guys missed the video yesterday, I was talking about the Detroit Lions. Fucking shout out them. They have shown immense resilience. It's been 30 years since they've been in the playoffs, and they've won 2 games. But back to the topic at hand, guys. Take fucking accountability. Take accountability for everything that you guys have. Stop being so soft on yourself. It's time that we do what we need to do to become better. Enjoy life, guys. I'll never say not to enjoy life, but always do things with intention, and that intention should become better. Becoming better can also be enjoying it, okay? Remember that. You know, you're working towards bettering your life. You already have a beautiful life. If you're breathing right now, guys, you have a beautiful life because breathing is such a blessing. But enough said, guys. I chit-chat a little too much, but you guys need to hear this shit. I need to express this shit because I just want you guys to become better. And that is what we are going to do today. Become better. So unfortunately, this portion of the video was not actually recorded with the audio, but that's okay. So I just did my first set of 5 reps, but I really wanted to display to you guys how I properly fail. So I come down, this is my 5th rep, and then we're going to get into our 6th rep, which is the additional one, which I want to show you guys how I fail. Now, typically when you fail, you want to push forward a little quicker. However, I just wanted to display to you guys how you do it. Those hammer strength bars are amazing. Majority of the time when you do in fact do that, you do want to kind of push forward a little quicker. That way, you know, you're safe as fast as you can. Today is a PR day, so of course we do want to emphasize how to properly fail, because when you are going heavier in the weights and you are getting closer to your maximum, you are more likely to fail. So you want to do it correctly. I don't have spotters on hand because, like I said, those hammer strength bars do the job needed. I do want to show you guys how to properly spot, and that will come in a later video. However, because the hammer strength bars are there, we will do what we need to do. Okay, so similar to what we did yesterday, actually exactly what we did yesterday, where we did the 5 reps, 3 reps, and then 1 rep. We're working into our last set here with the 1 rep. But as you guys seen in that previous video, the video before this, which the audio cut out unfortunately, but that's okay, I showed how to fail correctly, because of course, when you're lifting heavy, and I don't necessarily need a spotter, especially because I have these hammer strength, but of course, if I was to do a lot more weight, I would definitely want someone to be there with me. But I did want to talk about failure because I don't go till failure, and I don't believe in going till failure. And there's a specific reason why, because most of the time when people are going till failure, they'll get to a certain level where they'll start to use other muscles to do an exercise, such as a lat pull down, for example. Lat pull down should be nice and controlled, controlling the eccentrics, like I say, but then eventually you'll get to a point where, you know, you could still keep going, but for you to keep going, you're gonna start using other muscles. You're gonna start recruiting other muscles to help you get it down. And that's not what we're looking for, especially with those types of exercises that are specific to your lat muscles. You really wanna go controlled reps. So that's why I specifically go to my kind of close till failure, but kind of till failure of controlled reps. Because like I said, when I get to a certain point, you're gonna start using other muscles, using a bit of momentum. I want every rep to count, and I'm not gonna do shitty reps for no reason, right? That's just kind of how I've been training. Of course, there are people who say to go till failure. It's kind of what works for you guys. I do think, and I will stand on this hill, that going till failure isn't necessarily the most productive way, because as I said, you are gonna start to recruit other muscles, and that creates muscle imbalances. So definitely want to make sure you're doing controlled reps. We are gonna go into our last set here, which is the 1 rep max. I am doing 3 plates in a 10, which is 315 plus 20 is 335. Gotta make sure I hit that depth. Hopefully I hit the depth. I mean, that's the biggest name in the game, right? I don't want to count a rep that's not hitting the depth. But enough said. I've said before, I use the belt whenever I do heavy weights, so about 3 to the 4 rep range. Or sorry, wow, 3 to the 4 rep range. 3 to the 1 rep range, but I'm talking too much. Just get this shit done. Hopefully the depth was good, but that's why I recommend recording, especially when you don't have someone to direct you on your depth. Because it's kind of hard to determine how much depth I got, because my main focus is not dying. Because my head was fucking feeling it. But these two fine gentlemen are gonna get their fucking workout done. It's been a while since Andre and Shahir have done a workout together, but I'm very impressed with both of them because they are killing it today, and they showed up. Name of the game's to show up. Let's get it. So I just wanted to shout out Mr. Andre Baller and Shahir. Andre Baller did 2 plates, 225, and I think Andre Baller probably weighs around, what, 135-ish?
No, like 145?
145-ish. Regardless, that's very, very impressive, especially because of the amount that he has been lifting. And when I say he lifted 225, he lifted 225 correctly. He hit the right depth, and he had the right stance. So I'm very impressed with that. Shahir also hit 3 plates, and to be honest, that was fucking light for the guy. I had to check them out to make sure the plates weren't fake. I'm very impressed with both of them. It just shows progress, right? And both of these guys are the most consistent out of the group for sure. I mean, Camille's nowhere to be seen, but that's okay. He's doing, Camille's in LA right now. He's doing his thing. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on the guy. We were just talking about how Ronnie Coleman used to eat, and that's fucking insane, because if you guys ever seen the way he eats, he's like waking up at like 2 a.m. to eat and shit like that. And I mean, needless to say, if you guys wanna get big, you gotta eat big, right? It is a lot to it, but we're gonna work into our next set, which is gonna be lunges into goblin squats. Now, because there's 3 of us, and if you guys are ever working out with 3 people, I definitely recommend supersetting, because that way you can kind of doing almost a circuit, right? Because there's 2 different exercises. 2 people are working on the 2 exercises, and then, you know, like, okay, I'm doing lunges, Andre's doing goblin squats. Once I'm done lunges, I go do the goblin squats, and then once Andre's done his goblin squats, he takes the rest. Shahir comes, he does the lunges. So it's just the best way, most optimal way, in my opinion, to, of course, work out with 3 people, because typically working out with 3 people can be a little taxing, of course, because, you know, you gotta wait around for that machine, especially if you're just doing one exercise at a time, which is what we just did, obviously, with the barbell squats. But as I've said before, the compound movements, you want to do at the beginning, because you exert the most energy at the beginning of your workout, and, you know, you're the most fresh, right? You got the most it's the most optimal time to hit a PR and hit choking my words, hit heavy weights. And, you know, like I said, compound movements hit a multitude of muscles, so you're working a lot of different muscles. It's honestly a great way to also warm up the body. Not like straight into heavy weights, of course. You got to do something to elevate your heart, a couple different stretches, get your depth going. And a lot of, like, some people can't hit the depth unless they stretch with a static stretch. I personally am one of those people, so by doing like a splits or something, it's going to allow you to be more open and then get that deeper, more depth, right? And that's the name of the game with squats. You're not hitting depth. I don't know if we can count the weight. So that's why I always emphasize the depth. I want to make sure that I'm hitting the right depth, and always just look back at the recordings to know what I can improve on. But that's why we have a deload week next week, to really emphasize the form And then of course to let our muscles heal, because you know your muscles do need to heal. They need to rest. Recovery is growth. Remember that. But enough said, let's do this. We are doing a heavier weight. Last week I did 2 10s. This time I'm doing 25s on here for the lunges. Like I said, I like to do a step in. I don't like to just have it fixated, because last time I did it with Shahir, we had it fixated and I did not fuck with it at all. So we're gonna do this. And then right into the goblet squats, which we're gonna do 8 reps. So this is gonna be probably 4 per leg, because typically I do 6. I'm gonna do 4 this time. I know it's not a high volume, but I do really just, like, lunges fuck you up, man. If you do lunges right, you don't need to do a whole lot of lunges, but make sure you're doing the same work on both legs. Don't do 5 on one and 4 on the other. That's what causes muscle imbalances. But let's get this shit done. Oh. 3, 4. See, I felt balance there. I'm limiting myself. I'm gonna do 6. Walk right back into it. I'll get you on there, Shahir, right away. And then we're gonna do our goblin squats. 80 pounds this time. 2, 3, 4. Remember, the name of the game of supersets is to get to the next exercise as fast as you can. We have 3 sets of this. Let's fucking do it. Okay, so we completed that set. It took a lot out of all of us, to be honest. Definitely something. Lunges, man, are no joke. And then going right into a goblin squat after hitting a squat already is pretty fucking insane. But enough said, we're gonna get into our next exercise, which is of course the leg press. Now, I always say it, I'll say it again. With the leg press, control it, okay? No one gives a fuck if you can lift 7, 8 plates on it, 8 plates on it, very fast. Control it. It's the most optimal for you all around. I wouldn't say it's the most optimal leg exercise, but it's definitely good to have variety in my opinion. So of course, adding this into the workout is still gonna be beneficial, but adding it and doing it the right way are 2 different things. So we're gonna do it the right way, of course, controlling the eccentric, picking a weight that we can control the eccentric. Today is 8 reps on everything, so we are gonna be going heavier. So I got 3 plates to the 2 10s. Last week I did 3 plates and the 110, and that's called progressive overload. I was talking about this in the car with Andre. You guys should focus on progressive overload, whether it's you hit 9 reps for, or rather, let's say your baseline's 8 reps, you did that week. Next week you do the same exercise, do 9 reps for 1 set, and the other 2 are still 8, and then 2 sets are 9, and then 3 sets are 9, and completely, you know, there's a lot of ways to incorporate progressive overload, whether it's increasing the weight, doing a little bit less reps. Like, for example, what we're doing with the 8 reps. You know, last week I did 10 reps and I did the 3 plates in a 10. This week I'm doing 8 reps with the 3 plates and 2 10s. So of course, you guys want to increase it gradually and get better and stronger. It's also why you should write down the weights you're doing so you know what you're doing. That way you can grow upon that, build upon that. But there's an interesting quote that I want to say to you guys. It's a mental framing quote, which is, most people die when they're 25, but aren't buried until they're 75. Ask yourself what that means. Of course, it means something else to everyone, but essentially when people hit the age of about 25, they start to get into a routine. They get their career kind of figured out, and then they just get into a comfort zone. And then next thing you know, you're 75 and you've lived a life that you aren't happy about, you didn't do what you wanted to do in. And that's why you gotta focus and live every day like it's your last, and give the maximum potential to every day that you can, because it might be your last day. It really might be your last day. And no one wants to die at 25, man. Do what you want in life. Everyone has the abilities, special abilities to do something great. It's up to you guys whether or not you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna talk too much. I wanna get right into this set. There was a couple weights here, and I do wanna say one more thing prior to getting into this. If you see a weight near the machine you're using on the floor or something, even though you might have not used it, put it away. Okay? I know it might seem, oh, it's not my mess or blah, 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 but the way, you know, if I start to put away those plates, someone's gonna see it and other people are gonna be inclined to put away the weights. I know personally, if I was to leave weights out, by accident or something like that, and I saw someone else putting away my weights, I would feel a certain type of way, and I would make sure that never happens again. So if you do that, it might inspire someone to actually do what they should do, which is of course clean up after themselves. But we're gonna get this set done. We're gonna control these eccentrics.
And make sure you're putting it in the right spot too.
Pardon me?
Make sure you're putting it in the right spot.
That's right. I did talk about the dumbbell that we saw. The one, if you guys didn't see that, check out the workout. It was a shoulder day. Was it shoulder or back? Back day. Back day was day 8? Yeah, day 8. It was day 8. Go check that out, because fuck those people that put that dumbbell there. Right into our next exercise, which is going to be the standing calf raise. So of course I don't own the gym, and you know there's going to be machines taken that I want to use. I wanted to use the standing calf raise, but of course unfortunately it was taken. So we got to improvise, right? We don't fucking sit around and just twiddle our thumbs, wait for the machine. We do other things. You can do seated calf raise. You guys seen on the first week when I did legs, I hit the barbells calf raise, which honestly I don't fuck with that at all. But we're gonna hit this. It's just basically like a hack squat, pendulum squat machine. Gonna do 4 plates because it is 8 reps. But you can do multitude of exercises here. You can do a front squat, back squat, a whole bunch of different shit, and a calf raise. Well, I'll show you guys exactly how I do the calf raise. Standing on the edge, of course, hit that depth. Whew. Oh man, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I felt like I was gonna tear my fucking calf muscle. Okay, so we're working into the last superset of the day. I figure I don't show my legs enough, and honestly it's not because I feel like my legs are small. I just don't like showing my legs for whatever reason. I feel like I'm too pale there to show the muscles, and if I had a nice tan I'd definitely be more inclined to show the legs, because it's like, if you guys didn't see, I got a spray tan at one, or not a spray, I did get a spray tan at one point, but I did like a body, like a lotion tan or whatever, self tanner, got all over my hands. If you guys didn't see that video, it's one of the like most original videos. I think it's like 5 tips to grow your shoulders. If you guys saw that video, shout out you, you're an OG. But this is the last superset, which is of course leg extensions into the leg curls. Hopefully the leg curl machine that I want is available. We'll see though. Of course, like I said, it's a public gym, so we got to do what we got to do. But a lot of you guys do things repetitively and expect change. It's kind of similar to this quote, or rather correlates with this quote, that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing but expecting different results. If you guys are upset with the life that you currently have, it's the byproduct of the choices that you have been doing. The life that you have been doing, what you have been doing all around is the result of what you have right now. So if you're unhappy with it, doing the same thing isn't going to change it. That's insanity. Doing something different is going to make you have that change and make you start to be happy with what you have. Now, of course, happiness is a choice, so look around you and be grateful, because I guarantee you, if you're watching this video, you have a lot of things to be grateful for. But if you do want more and you do want to get better and become better, you got to do different things. Because as said, what you're doing right now is why you are who you are and where you are. Remember that. But enough chit chat. 8 reps, doing a bit heavier. Of course, we're gonna control it. Let's fucking do this. Last one. Unfortunately, the machine that I did want to use is taken, but that's no worries. We're gonna figure out something. I don't typically do this machine for 2 reasons. Number one, I just like sitting forward better than the other leg curl, or rather other than this leg curl, which is laying down. But also when I'm taking like shots, you guys are just looking at my ass and my back, but it's okay because Andre's recording me today. Hopefully he doesn't emphasize my ass. This is a hamstring movement, so I'm gonna show my hamstrings. Now your hamstrings are also used when you're doing deadlifts, but it's a compound movement, right? It's not really emphasizing your hamstrings, so it is also good to have specific exercises for your hamstrings, which is leg curls. Halfway there. Whew. I actually think I did 9, but this is the last exercise. A lot of times when you guys are nearing the end of your exercise, you're gonna have that inner voice telling you guys to quit. We all have that shit. It's your choice whether or not you're gonna ignore it and push through it and do what you need to do. Let's do this. We have made it home safely. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button. If you're new, hit that sub button because your boy's en route to hit 1,000 subs by the end of April 1st. You guys are awesome. Hit that post notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I did want to go a little bit more in depth about what I exactly meant when I was talking about that inner voice, because everyone has it. And essentially what that inner voice is that voice in your head that's telling you to stop. It's telling you to not pursue that comfort. It's that fear of doing something new. And needless to say, everyone experiences it, guys. So it's up to you to decide whether or not you're gonna give in and listen to it, because that voice is the exact voice that's gonna keep you guys down. It's our inherent belief, because we've evolutionized. I keep choking on the words, but we have evolutionized from that instinctual belief that we have to evolve. And, you know, back when we were cavemen and tribing and all that sort of stuff, we needed to survive. We needed to listen to that inner voice, because that inner voice was telling you not to eat that poisonous berry. That inner voice was telling you not to separate from the group and be different than the group. And that inner voice was telling you not to go to that unexplored place because there might be lions of something that sort. So that's just kind of how we've evolved, right? And we still have that belief in our system, that inner voice in our system that wants to keep us safe and play it safe. But nowadays, guys, if you want to achieve something great, you need to push out of your comfort zone, and you need to do what other people are not doing to be someone of greatness. And greatness is achieved through doing things that you guys want to do and living a life fulfilling. I should give you guys proper definition of greatness. For greatness, for me, now greatness is obviously something that's different for everyone, but I believe greatness is being able to live your life and being able to be the person that you are meant to be and utilizing those special, unique things about you. It could be whatever. It could be physicality, your mental, your ability to talk, or whatever the case may be, and utilizing those to make the world a better place. But needless to say, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Guys, have a blessed weekend. Tell your parents you love them, and find your impetus. Goodbye.